my applause at?
Where is the applause?
It messed up.
There we go. There we go. Once again, it's another Friday night. It's the Ultra Heelz, live from Bravery Studios, Clifton, New Jersey. I'm Darth Lipside, the Dark Side Savior, always on his worst behavior. I don't get hard, I stay hard. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs. Now, if you know, I'm Mr. Yankee Fitted, but out of respect for my barber who held me down through this crisis, I'm going without the hat tonight. And on the boards, the super producer, Mr. Gnarly Marv.
Hurrah! What up? What up?
Presumably, Alex the Heel will be with us later on in this show. He's a little held up in his little personal life over there. How you been, Marv?
I'm doing Mondo righteous, man. Staying above water, going with the flow, and using any means necessary to get something to eat.
Facts.
Yeah.
Although, the only thing that annoyed me was I couldn't go inside Taco Bell. I had to go to the drive-thru.
Yeah, that's how most places are right now, dude. You got to go to the drive-thru.
Because I like to customize all my food, so I just go to the kiosk instead of going to the counter.
Yeesh, and they don't let you do that in the drive-thru, that's for sure.
Yeah. So then I had to sit there in the parking lot and place my order online and then wait like 6 minutes for them to say the food is ready and then get on the drive-thru line.
Oh, God.
Well, luckily there was only like 3 cars there, so it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like I was sitting there behind like 20 cars. Because otherwise I would just got on the line and placed my order while I was sitting there.
It wasn't a long wait, was it?
No.
On the line? Oh, okay.
No.
Because I went through that at Dunkin'. I went to Dunkin', ordered to the drive-thru, and when we turned the corner around the store to see to pick up our order, there was like 5 cars there. It was a long wait, and it looked like there was only one person working inside the Dunkin'.
Oh damn!
Which I understand why, but damn, it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
It was kind of rough.
Yeah. Other than that, my life's been pretty normal.
And I think I went to Subway today, and I think the guy was sleeping behind the counter.
Wow. Oh, the one over here?
Yeah, I think I kind of don't blame him. They probably no one walked in there all day. They don't have a drive-through, so their front door has to stay open.
Yeah.
For them to make money, and I think he was sleeping in the back.
I wouldn't blame him because who else is going to that Dunkin' Donuts other than the people that work around here?
Exactly. So, and how many people are still trusting and going inside restaurants and all that jazz?
Yep. Bingo.
Yeah, it is what it is. Do what you got to do.
So, let me tell you what happened at my job. They are now limiting the number of people that can come in the building.
Oh, what's the limit?
There is no actual limit in terms of like a number.
Okay.
It's like when the line starts to back up, they tell a security guy to go outside and not let people in the store.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it like would it be packed if that guy wasn't there?
Probably. Yeah.
Damn.
Because, the whole social distancing thing, you have to stand like 6 people apart.
Yeah, exactly.
6 feet apart.
Yeah.
So for people to stand online, that backs the lineup around like the back of the store.
Jeez.
So again, there's more people than normal, but on top of having to be 6 feet apart, the line is ridiculously long.
Yeah, from everybody spacing out. And that's how it's been at most places. Like even when I go to like the deli, the liquor store over there.
Yeah.
Everyone's so spaced out that it looks fuller than it is.
Yep.
So yeah, it's something to get used to for now.
Yep.
But yeah, I just can't wait for it to be over already. I'm over it.
I'm still waiting on that check.
Me too, dude. Me too.
I'm waiting on that check.
But it's not a lot of money, dude. We're gonna go through that in what, a week?
I'm spending it on 1, maybe 2 things, because I've been super financially responsible this year. So
you mentioned. Yeah.
I'm in the green this calendar year.
Yeah.
So I'm burning that $1,200 on a tattoo and a gun.
That's right. You mentioned to me before.
That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a tattoo and a gun.
Well, what kind of gun, if you don't mind that?
I was looking at a Ruger, but I'm probably going to go generic and get a Glock 19.
Oh, Rugers are nice though, dude.
I know, but
those are really like sexy looking weapons.
I know.
But no, you can't go wrong with the Glock. I mean, I think our boy is here.
He's calling in.
I think so. Hold on.
Here.
There he goes.
There he is. And now joining us, we have.
He's finding a good spot to squat.
Yeah. He's got to find the Wi-Fi signal in the house.
I don't know who the hell tested in the house. I don't know where it's at. Oh, God.
What are you looking for?
I have the little phone stand, basically got the little 3 legs to hold my phone up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, tripod.
I only got one person in my house, and they don't touch nothing, so it doesn't bother me. No, I take that back. My mother does move stuff, and I don't know why.
Moms just do that. That's just.
I pay the bills. She better leave stuff alone.
If I can get my mom to stop opening my mail, I still live at home. I don't have no other issue with my mom, but she just can't resist the curiosity.
If telling her she's gonna open it, she should pay your phone bill.
Dude, there's nothing. It's all like junk mail and stuff. Like, what is
okay.
she? What is? There's no reason to her to open that. Like, I'm just worried that one day it's gonna be important and I'm not gonna get it.
Word.
Alex looks like the Travis Scott album cover right there.
Wow.
You know the one where he's like leaning over a little bit?
Yeah.
Like the Meek Mill's album cover, because he braids are so old now, you can't even see the parts, and you bitches like, look.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Meek hasn't had braids in forever.
Yeah, basically since he went to jail, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have him before. I think he cut him to go to jail.
Yeah, he couldn't go to jail and then came back acting new. First of all, nobody commented on my Facebook because I block everybody from ever seeing this shit in my family. So when people see it, it's like, y'all motherfuckers. My mom and them, they don't see shit unless I specifically tell them to go to my page and go look at it. Out of that, I post like 40 things. You see post hella shit that night? Y'all people see it. My mom don't even see the shit because they used to get mad at me posting shit. They'd be like, dude, 3 o'clock in the morning, how the fuck you still posting shit at 3 o'clock in the morning? You know what? You're right. Let me go and block people.
How did you get blocked on Facebook?
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find this damn thing.
All right.
My family don't get on goddamn Facebook, man. First of all, your family got Facebook.
What was I talking about before this?
The Glock.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's probably what I'll end up getting, Just go extra generic and, just work out at the range for a little bit and then.
Yeah, I mean, to be on the safer side. I got to get me a tool too, man.
Because I was hoping to have it before this this lockdown thing, because in case there's a zombie apocalypse, I gotta start lighting motherfuckers up.
It would have been nice. I heard that in some towns they tried to close the gun stores and people went crazy.
Yeah, how do you close safety? Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello.
Exactly. Especially like in the South, they tried closing one of the gun stores and people like lost their minds.
Oh yeah, especially in the South, they live and die by that shit, man. Oh my God.
Exactly. So people were like losing their minds over that. I was like, yeah, I understand completely now. Everybody wants to get rid of guns until they need them.
Hey, based on how long it took me to get a license, I'm fine with the gun laws. that was excessive.
Well, it's a New Jersey thing, right? That's why?
Yeah, because I think you can go to I guess where Alex lives, you can get it the next day.
Yeah, I think in PA you can walk in and out with it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because when I filled out the application online in August, they said it takes 2 to 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the New Jersey State Troopers website. I did that part. 2 to 4 weeks. Done, right? It was probably done in 15 days. Done. So they're like, okay, we're now turning your application over to your local police department. It then took 5 months.
Oh, wow. 5 months?
5 months.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that was wild.
Oh, yeah. Well, New Jersey gun laws are strict as hell.
Yeah.
Anywhere else in the world, you probably would have walked in and out with it.
Yeah. And then in that 5 months, I spent the money I was going to use to buy said
yeah.
hardware.
Yeah.
Anyway, so wrestling. I guess you can still call it wrestling. kind of, sort of. There's wrestlers on a TV screen, but they're not really wrestling all too much recently.
Yeah. Did you hear the rumor that Vince called the cops on AEW?
That is a hilarious story.
That is hilarious.
I don't believe he did it. I'm going to say probably somebody within the organization did it, like, from, like, their wife's phone.
That's wild, dude.
Nobody from WWE is making that call. Like,
that's so wild, though.
Because this week, AEW filmed somewhere in Georgia because Florida was on a strict stay-at-home lockdown situation. So they went to somewhere in Georgia to film Dynamite. Actually, they filmed like 3 or 4 weeks worth of Dynamite because I think 3 weeks, because I believe they said they're like April 15th. They have content to up to like April 15th. So that's 3 weeks. They recorded 3 weeks. So, but now in the state of Georgia, it's the same thing. So they got to find somewhere else to shoot if they want to keep going. But yeah, I don't believe WWE did it. It's a really good joke. It's a really good story. But come on now.
Yeah. The other thing I heard this week was that wrestlers are worried about being let go.
Yes. Now, you worry about being let go, but then let's go back to the situation at hand. If WWE lets you go, that means you're potentially going to AEW. Are you? Yes, no, maybe so. Impact it goes back to things where WWE just hoards talent. Whether they're going to use you or not, they want you under contract.
But are these any other companies in this same situation? Or
yeah, that's the exact same thing. So I get it. Like AEW does not having money come in also, but it's the same situation. They're backed by this billionaire that has money. If he wants to do the same thing as Vince does, just hoard talent so the other side can't have it, he can do it too, even though he's not putting out TV product right now. It's a really weird situation. I don't think people are going to get let go. If anything, they need to fire the writers, because the writers literally aren't doing anything. They're bad as it is. Now they're literally doing nothing. Send them home.
I'm of the thought that if this really clears up by end of April, then I don't think anyone has anything to worry about in wrestling, at least.
Yeah. Well, at least nobody in the major companies.
Yeah, exactly. There he is.
I guess I'm ready. It's what it is.
So yeah, Alex, we were talking about Vince or somebody in the organization maybe calling the cops on AEW. What do you think about that, bro?
Hey, look, it's a pretty joke, and I really think that this happened, but I don't know. In wrestling, where I don't know what the fuck can happen nowadays now.
These are wild times.
Yeah. And speaking of wild times, Tamina actually showed up on SmackDown. When's the last time we've seen Tamina?
Backstage, where she's always at. She's always there.
Yeah, but she actually had a role on SmackDown. They put her
in the match.
Yeah, they put her in that the women's match, but like, who would have thought we would actually see Tamina? That's like seeing.
You know why we got. Look, you know why we got her. For the simple fact that all of the wrestlers either try to test it for this shit, sick, or don't want to be on the show. So at this point, yeah, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. What was there? I think there was 2 matches that night. There was Alexa Bliss and Asuka, and then there was Drew Gulak versus Shinsuke.
Yep, that was actually a good match.
Yeah, it was. I want to thank Daniel Bryan for what he's doing now, trying to get lesser known talent some spotlight.
So he's trying to become part time. He don't want to be there as much as he do now. He want to be home with his daughter to spend time with her and watch her grow.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to be on the road days out of the damn year.
Yep. Yeah, that was basically it on SmackDown. What did they show that night? Was it WrestleMania 20? 29? No, 28. They showed The Rock and
Yeah, they showed 28.
The Rock and Cena that night.
Yeah, the only one good time that Cena had a show that people didn't boo him on as much.
Nah, they booed him because they cheered for The Rock that year.
Yeah, well, Alex said it's
I
not
know,
as
but they
much.
didn't boo him.
Yeah, not as much. Yeah. And then
Yeah, he got instead of getting 100% of the boos, he got at least 45 to 50% of them.
yeah. And then on Raw was good. Well, all the promos on Raw were good. The Undertaker, I don't know what to call this gimmick that he's doing. It's not quite American Badass. It's not quite Big Evil. But whatever it is, I like it.
What it is, it's a big ass. That's what he's being. He's being a big asshole right now.
Why did I not see that coming?
Because you put those two together, you knew that was something.
The big ass. Oh, man.
Being the big asshole.
But,
I like how he kept calling his wife. I like how he kept calling his wife. You keep involving her and just say her name like the world don't know who the hell she already is.
Yeah. Did you see on Twitter after the promo, somebody tweeted Chris Jericho. He said, "You have a lawsuit on your hands. The Undertaker stole ass clown from you."
Oh yeah, I saw that. And Chris Jericho said, "It's the Undertaker, man. He can use as many of my catchphrases he wants."
Yep.
And the Undertaker tweeted under there. I remember hearing this somewhere. My bad.
They said that was Undertaker's first tweet in years.
Yeah.
So
which is weird because he's all over Instagram now. Swimming with tigers and whatnot.
Look, you gotta think about it. Michelle McCool had him on her Instagram, and she was basically just posting pictures of him from the back. And then she posted a picture of his face up there that one time, and all of a sudden the internet went butt crazy. But I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all see this nigga on a regular day basis. The fuck is wrong with y'all people? So him doing a tweet, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm waiting for him to be on one TikTok. Oh my God!
Oh,
He on one TikTok, the fucking internet's gonna explode.
If that comes, that'll be awesome. That'd be great.
Because you gotta remember, he got daughters. One of his daughters got a TikTok.
Yeah. Shayna Baszler choked out Becky Lynch. Oh, the Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch comes out, cuts a 3-minute promo, right? And she says, she's like, oh, let's take a look at my year. And then for the next 45 minutes, they showed the WrestleMania match from last year. And then 45 minutes later, she's standing on the stage again and finishes her promo. I'm like, are you serious?
Did she just stand out there waiting?
No, I guess we were supposed to believe she stood there for 45 minutes. But they probably they recorded it
it's
all at
pre-taped,
once. Yeah. But we're supposed to believe she stood there for 45 minutes while we watched this match.
That's funny.
And
she probably did. She probably pulled up a chair. They probably turned her mic off and gave her some water.
Bullshit. They probably took like a 30-second break. It's like, okay, now we're going to record part 2.
Why not? Let's talk. Do you talk about the tag team match or the triple match?
No, I was going to get to that, but Aleister Black faced another Evolve dude, Jason Cade. That black mask he took was better than the dude last week.
Bruh. Everybody all taking these black masses make this shit look like it's still the most devastating move on the planet.
The black mass is the new RKO. It's official.
It's something out of nowhere.
It's the new RKO. So we now need an Edge versus Randy Orton match. Edge versus I keep saying Edge. Randy Orton and Aleister Black match.
No, you were right the first time too. We can use another one of those.
No, because I'm reading Edge and Randy Orton. So, but yeah, which tag title match you talking about? SmackDown or Raw?
The Raw one with the Street Profits.
Yeah.
When Montez Ford hit that swan time and there was nobody catching.
I did see that.
I didn't see it live, so I was confused about what happened. Did he botch or did?
I think this guy was supposed to grab him, right?
Yeah, he didn't botch. Seth Rollins was supposed to grab his ankle to clip him. So when he ran for the rope, Seth missed the mark by a few seconds. So instead of him stopping to make it look like, he's supposed to grab his foot, he proceeded to still run and do it. But
Oh shit!
what do you call it? Moved out the way, and he hit the full fucking ramp.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I saw the flip. I just didn't understand what happened. Wow.
Now, if you go on his Twitter, the first thing he put up there was Mike Tyson. I broke my back. It's broken. I was like, oh my God, I love this dude. I swear to God, I love him.
My neck, my back,
Oh, wow.
my pussy, and my ass, my neck.
I had to find on Twitter just to find it when he did it, and you can hear him yell WrestleMania, and you see Seth grab his foot with Steph Mitchell. You hear Seth Rollins go, "Oh shit," and then you see him go over the rope onto his back. I was like, even Steph knew that.
Yo, I don't care. Freaking Montez Ford is a beast. He's a beast.
That motherfucker stayed in character, even though he knew that shit was going to get messed up. He stayed in character and still almost killed himself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Boy.
Edge, I wanted to like Edge's promo, but it was too, what do you call it, buzzwordy. You know, like they give you those words you have to say during a promo, even though he's like, he has free reign to say what he wants, but he kept using the words that he has to use, and it was annoying me.
Hey man, the man been away for 9 years. They got to ease him back into his role. Like they're like, look, we know you want this to be personal, but you got to make sure this shit sound like WWE professional, personal, not real personal. We already had that shit with you and Matt Hardy. We don't need that shit again.
Oh yeah. So, well, he said that he wants this comeback to be very memorable, like one of the best comebacks. In history. So, I think he's gonna do something big soon.
For the Royal Rumble, after 9 years of not being there, was already memorable for me. He could have left after that goddamn point. I didn't think he was able to do a spear ever again, let alone get in the ring and last as long as he did.
Yeah. He said nobody's ever taken a 9-year break.
No one. Most people take a break, and most people ain't seen no more. You know, like Eddie, Owen, Kristen Wiig.
Wow. Yeah.
He put out a tweet talking about people he'd want to wrestle. I think he named like AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan, a couple more people.
So basically what you're telling me is he better have a 10-star match with everybody else that he know he can depend on not hurting his neck.
Yes. Basically, yes. Well, Seth Rollins wouldn't be on that list then. He injured what, two people?
I said basically. I ain't say that he wasn't going to hurt his neck.
Seth Rollins has bodies on him.
It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Not his fault.
Asuka defeated Kaden Carter from NXT. That was a decent squash. It was an entertaining squash.
I like how they bring Kaden Carter up just to get squashed on regular TV.
Well, they needed somebody. She was probably available. She probably didn't live far away, so.
Shoot, majority of the ones in Florida don't live far away. They had the performance center like every damn day.
Exactly.
They could have got anybody.
And then we had the final speakings of the one Paul Heyman. And he delivered a message to Drew McIntyre.
Look, every time Paul Heyman get on the mic, boy, it's a whole different kind of ball game of a match at that point. Even though it could be a squash match or it could be a 10-minute match, aka squash match. When Paul talks, you just be waiting for the match to happen at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm waiting for this match, especially how WWE cut that video package for Drew back in Scotland training.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I kind of want to see this match more than anything else. The rest of the card is like a free show to me. That's mostly the main event match I don't really want to see at this point.
Oh, back to the tag match. Kevin Owens, after the match, that promo he cut, I missed that from Kevin Owens. He hasn't done that in so long. Just go out there and speak.
Hey, man, he ain't got no crowd to back him or yell. So, shit, I guess they was like, go ahead and just do it now. Shit, he ain't done it in a minute.
That promo didn't need a crowd. That was from the heart. He just went out there and spoke.
People were saying that Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins might be the show stealer for that night.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
Because two of these guys, two indie guys, two indie guys, two heavyweight indie guys from out of the indie circuit that already faced each other before and never got to face on the big stage before. And if this is going to be the theatrical, like, showing, they probably let them go all out finally to like they used to, because there's no crowd and they have chances to talk, cut, and retake shit.
Mm-hmm.
They probably let them go all out.
Which
so
I'm hoping they don't do a lot of. I hope they don't recut a whole bunch of matches. Okay, if you want to recut like the Firefly Funhouse match, okay. You want to recut the Boneyard match, fine. But everything else, let it at least kind of let it feel natural.
I'm hoping they do. I just want to see how this is going to look with this theatrical shit, because they kind of gave us a clue what it was going to look like with the Baron Corbin and Elias thing when he knocked them off the fucking Bannister thing.
Yeah.
I said, if it's going to look like that, it's going to look like something 2K, I'm probably not going to be there to half the show.
We got George F in the chat. Heelz.
What up, George? How you been, bro?
Big Daddy Jeps in the chat.
Boy. Yo, how the weather is up there?
Say that again?
It's raining today. The weather.
Yeah, it's been rain all day.
Dude, it's 83 degrees with no clouds in the sky.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah, it's been it started raining last night, really.
It's going to be hot all week. It started yesterday. I'm not looking forward to this shit.
So NXT tried to have a show, and I think they missed the mark. They kicked off the night with Velveteen Dream versus Bobby Fish. They're doing the whole thing where Velveteen Dream has to go through the rest of Undisputed Era to get to Adam Cole. It was an all right match. I don't think they had good chemistry, but it wasn't offensive in any way. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, they got to do what they can do at this point.
Mm-hmm. The next match, I don't know either of these people. It was Dexter Lumis versus Jake Atlas.
Oh, Dexter Lumis is a indie performer. No, Dexter Lumis is the one with the blonde hair, right?
Yes.
That's the dude who used to be in TNA. He used to go around with the turtleneck and a long sleeve black shirt like a hitman.
Yeah.
He's a good wrestler.
Okay.
He actually can perform a lot and do a lot of shit that most people can do at his size. He's like another Keith Lee just without the extra weight. He can do a lot of shit that's crazy. And the other dude is a guy that Stephanie McMahon talked about. She wanted him in WWE because he's basically what's his name from Primetime Players? Darren Young.
Darren Young. Okay.
He's a really good wrestler, but he's also an activist, a really fighting activist for the LBGT.
Okay.
So he's like really out there, like a real activist fighting for them and wrestling at the same time, spreading the message. And I'm like, nigga, that's what you call was doing, and y'all let his ass go. What the fuck? That ain't no damn different.
Yeah, basically. Dakota Kai won the gauntlet match for the final entry slot in the number one contenders ladder match for the NXT Women's Championship. Who else was in that match? I forgot. It was Aaliyah, Deanna Peruzzo, and Xia Li.
So basically a whole bunch of women.
And Kaden Carter. I forgot Kaden Carter.
About the whole bunch of women that wasn't going to make it, what you're saying.
Damn.
Yeah, basically, because she was the biggest name in that match. It was like she's kind of got to win.
Yeah, that's like putting The Rock versus a whole bunch of jobbers. You know The Rock gonna win.
Yeah, so she will join Chelsea Green, Mia Yim, Io Shirai, Tegan Nox, and Candice LeRae in the ladder match to face Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair.
I don't know how that match is going to go. I've been trying to look for that damn spoiler list for like the last few days. I can't seem to find it.
I'm not looking. I don't want to know. And matter of fact, don't text me tomorrow because I'm working. I'm going to watch it at like midnight.
I'm not going to text you tomorrow because shit, I just had to remind 4 people today that the shit was tomorrow. My husband was like, really? Shit.
Yeah,
that shit was going to be tomorrow.
So I'm not from like 5 o'clock. I'm not going on social media till midnight because I don't want to know. I want to be surprised.
That's cool. Like I said, I've been trying to just find the results because the results are out there in the world and some people have it.
Yeah.
But they treat it like Endgame. Niggas like, yeah, we're not gonna spoil it. We just gonna let everybody find out. I said, oh, the one time y'all motherfuckers get some pre-tape shit, y'all want to spoil it. But when the shit is live, y'all niggas want to tell who the fuck win matches the night before.
Yeah. Then we had Kushida versus Joaquin Wild. That was a decent match. It was really quick.
It was.
And then our main event was the North American champion Keith Lee versus Dominic Dijakovic and Damian Priest. Now
that was a good match.
They've had matches before, like the three of them together. This was my least favorite of them, but it wasn't a bad match. I feel like they tried to be too different from what they normally do, and they should have just stuck with what works.
I'm about to say, there's some big guys that feed off the crowd, and they ain't got no crowd there. So I guess it was like, look, we can try something different tonight. Ain't like nobody gonna tell us the shit look weird.
Mm-hmm. Because if you remember the last time they had a match, Keith Lee had, how did that work? Oh no, Damian Priest was going for something off the top rope. Keith Lee caught him in a powerbomb position. He then took Damian Priest, slung him into Dijakovic, picked him back up, and hit him with the spirit bomb. I would have been fine if they did that same spot again, because that shit was epic.
Yeah, Keith Lee just an epic motherfucker, son. He epic, but anybody still gonna be more epic than New Jack.
Oh, did you happen to watch the New Jack behind?
Did I? Listen here, New Jack crazy motherfucker. So I don't give a deal. Nobody. I've been saying that shit for years.
I guess I watched that Tuesday. I'll try to get caught up. I'll try to get caught up on all the behind the dark side of the ring. I'll try to get caught up on Tuesday.
No, let me tell you something. When you watch that, you're going to be so surprised because they got Sandman up there, and Sandman is actually talking, and it is the most funniest shit on the planet.
Okay.
Sandman sounds like a drunk wrestling fan, but he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
Because he's up there, he's looking up there like, New Jack, he said he was mad at something, and I didn't know what it was. And then when they explained to him, he goes, that's what that motherfucker was doing. I knew that motherfucker was fucking crazy. And he's like, he's sitting in a bar while he's talking about this shit.
George said, Dark Side of the Ring is so fire. This season, they're really killing it. I hear people talking about these episodes that don't even watch wrestling like that.
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Bruh, Twitter's blowing up with people that haven't watched wrestling since the Attitude Era, and they're like, yo, this shit is lit. I'm like, First of all, where the fuck have y'all been?
Yeah. Vice is killing it with Dark Side of the Ring right now.
Yeah.
Vice is killing it, but Vice ain't never going to have no up-to-date shit because they keep talking about shit that wrestlers don't want to talk about no more.
Oh no, they're not gonna have the up-to-date.
I think it'd probably do like Impact stuff because nobody else is talking. You're not getting WWE people to talk because
the
they're in
Owen
contract.
Hart episode was really gonna light the world up on fire. The Benoit and Owen Hart.
Because Chris Benoit set the bar for season 2.
Yeah.
Owen Hart is going to break that bar.
Word. You're gonna fall off the bar. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
New Jack didn't set the bar. New Jack just let you know how crazy that black motherfucker was.
Yeah, I haven't seen his yet, but that's on my list. I think I might watch it tonight.
It came on Wednesday. It came on Wednesday night, and I went on Twitter, and Twitter was blowing up about this shit. And motherfuckers was like, "That nigga's a piece of shit. He should die." Other people was online like, "Yo, that motherfucker is funny. They need to do another part 2 with his life." Like, New Jack really sat there with some people too. He was like, yeah, bro. He was like, I poured tasers. He said, I had a Wolverine claw I snapped off. I stabbed a nigga live in an event.
Yeah.
I'd have been locked up twice. Almost committed for murder once. He said, you understand, I came from a household. My dad tried to kill my mother in front of me. He was like, so shit, what you think? I'm crazy for a reason. This shit is real life. I was like, holy shit, this motherfucker really living a life. I thought it was a joke.
Jim Cornette was talking about it on his podcast. He's like, I basically, I'm the reason for New Jack.
Yo, he is, and that makes it so funny. When they was in the South, he said he needed a an African American wrestler, and he needed him to be a gangster. He said, mind you, we're in the South with the rednecks.
Yep.
And we got a black guy coming out here acting like he's hood. And he was like, you want to say whatever you want. New Jack going out here calling white people crackers, hunkies. Y'all ain't never going to beat us. Wish you was us. Coming out there with white doll babies getting hung. Wow. I was like, oh, this nigga was wilding.
Yeah.
He was the reason why New Jack became he was. I was like, yo, you made New Jack. You made this motherfucking psychopath. You fucking crazy.
Well, let's not give him credit for making New Jack. Let's give him credit for giving New Jack the freedom to do all that. That's
the sad thing is in that group Gangsters, it was New Jack, this other dude, and I didn't even know D'Lo Brown was a part of that.
Oh, you didn't know that? I thought you would have knew that.
No, I didn't know D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown walking around with a bandana on his face. How the fuck I supposed to know that big light skinned nigga was a big light skinned nigga?
No, but I knew his name was in the group. I've known that for a while.
I didn't know the name of the group, but when they showed D'Lo Brown some of New Jack's matches, like the crazy shit that he never seen, D'Lo gave you the most hoodest, real black person shit. He was like, look at him. He was like, oh, look at him. Look, he gonna piss New Jack off. What's they for now? Is he stabbing that nigga? Oh shit, he fucking stabbing. I was like, yo, he was more shocked than anybody in the goddamn field looking at the match.
Oh man,
D'Lo was the shit. D'Lo was my guy for a while, bro. Just that walk to the ring, the head bobbing everywhere.
I'm surprised he never had whiplash.
He probably did.
The sad thing is D'Lo said when he first did that fucking walk, Mr. Man told him he liked it, keep doing it. That's why he kept doing it so long.
Oh, he said that on Table for Three. He was talking about that.
Yeah, he said he got that shit from watching Friday, from watching Chris Tucker talking. You got knocked the fuck out. He said he liked it, keep doing it.
Yeah, I can see that shit.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you do stuff in front of Vince. When you're in front of Vince, act like you don't know anything.
Hell yeah, look at Luke Gallows. Remember? Mr. Man forgot Luke Gallows was what you call it from
Festus. He didn't remember when he was Festus. He was like, you've never worked here before. It's like, yeah, I did. I was Festus. No, you weren't.
I'll be like, you right, boss. I wasn't.
So AEW Dynamite kicked off with what was it? Kip Sabian versus Dustin.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It was all right, man.
My favorite match was Lance Archer versus Jungle Boy. Oh no, sorry, Marco Stunt.
Lance Archer went in there and did what he's supposed to do. He went in there to be a monster and destroyed him.
That was child abuse, and I loved it.
It really was.
I loved it.
Somebody was home touching their nipples, enjoying that match.
At the end, where he choke slammed him off the apron over the barricade into the group of wrestlers that were standing there. When's the last time you seen some shit like that?
ECW days.
Exactly.
That's a big gap of time for somebody to try that shit.
He threw this small man a good 12 feet across that arena.
Look, I just like the fact that he's not talking, and Jake the Snake is his mouthpiece.
Oh,
and
the promo he did before that match was fire.
That's what I'm saying. They paired them right together. But I forgot that Lance Archer was in WWE.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the recreation of ECW, and him and Kurt Hawkins was a tag team on SmackDown for a short period of time before they let him go.
Okay.
So he was in WWE for a good minute. So he's the old WWE guy that got some type of shine because he was on SmackDown. He wasn't on no off-show SmackDown. He was on SmackDown for a short period of time. They knew his name, and then they let him go. And I was like, I didn't even know he was there. Shit, I overlooked the hell out of him.
This week's what do you call it? Parody of Vince McMahon, aka Dark Order. Brody Lee was directing a conference meeting, and someone yawned, and he said, "Don't you ever yawn in front of me. It shows weakness," and threw him out.
Hey man, Mr. Brody. We call that man Mr. Vince. People are mad at Brody Lee for doing this, but they gotta understand this is just Brody Lee just expressing his way of not being able to leave him out of a place. When grant him a release, so decided to keep him on payroll and send him home just to make sure that was his punishment. What the hell is the guy to do? He gonna pick with his old employers. He know he ain't never going back ever.
Okay, I get it. He's mad. You want to do it once, twice, but why is this a running gimmick to make fun of Vince McMahon? Like, do something else. Do something else with your time. Build yourself better. Because I still think the Dark Order is just a freaking joke. They're not serious. They're no threat. And his ring gear looks like shit. It's basically leftover Bludgeon Brothers stuff.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm enjoying him portraying himself as Vince for the simple fact that we've been picking with Vince our whole life, and this is somebody doing it on TV now. He's just doing what we already been laughing at, so I don't see what's the difference at this point now.
No, because I wanted him to come in and be a monster, not another joke character. That's what I wanted from Brody Lee.
But he's not a real monster. He said he hated that shit of him being a monster. Like, if you go listen to the Jericho podcast with him and they sit down talking, he's literally telling people Rowan's gimmick when they made Rowan like a genius and he's a monster. He said he pitched that idea to Vince and Vince told him no, it don't fit it doesn't fit his character. But then he gave it to Rowan, the one person that it did not fit his character. Like he's been wanting to do different roles and passing to Vince, but Vince had himself out of office for 3 hours and then told everybody he didn't want to meet nobody.
Okay, so he doesn't want to be a monster, but at least be like this ass-kicking force. What he's doing doesn't portray that he's just an ass-kicking force. Because what I wanted to see at some point down the line is you have Lance Archer and Brody Lee just wrecking the roster, and then they just meet at some point down the road. Who's the bigger ass kicker?
Well, we probably would get that if we didn't have less arenas and have the wrestler rosters not there for him to do shit to.
Yeah. Given the circumstances, I get it, but you can still kind of book that.
Yeah, but motherfuckers calling cops on AEW, so they gotta make sure they got enough people there to do shit. That's still funny as hell. How the fuck they find them in Atlanta that fast though? Who the fuck is AEW told?
Oh, some fan posted it on Twitter. They were like, "Oh, this is the building where they're taping Dynamite."
Fucking jerk! What?
Yeah, it was a fan that posted it.
Oh man, that's the exact reason why they didn't want to tell people where they were at.
It was probably an arena worker at that. That's probably what it was.
Fucking jerk!
Hey, what's happening there tonight? Oh no, some wrestling thing happening.
And the thing is, they were there all day because they taped like 3 weeks worth of stuff. They started at like 10 o'clock in the morning. They were there till like 10 o'clock at night.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, they pulling the TNA because niggas like, yo, AEW and WWE got no crowd, but TNA got a crowd. The nigga, they take all of this for all the last month going forward. So they have like 3.5 weeks of fucking wrestling. So they're good.
And that's what happened with whatchamacallit, NWA. They were just about to hit their next TV cycle, and they got shut down. They couldn't record anymore. So that's why there's no NWA right now, because they had like 3 episodes left, and they were just about to start their next taping cycle, and they couldn't. So yeah. So join Dark Order. Join Dark Order. Now,
I'm about to. I'm about to join Dark Order. They getting paid.
Chris Jericho was chilling in his hot tub again with a little bit of the bubbly, and in comes Vanguard 1 to pay him a visit. And Chris Jericho offered an apology. He said, I said some bad things about you. I still want you to join the Dark Order. He then got out of the hot tub. He walked over to the table. And he picked up the tiniest Inning Circle t-shirt on the tiniest hanger, and he hung the t-shirt on Vanguard 1, but then he flew away.
I still find that funny as hell. I just wonder where the fuck he got that tiny ass t-shirt from. As soon as I saw it, I was like, who the fuck made that?
And then when Vanguard tried to fly away, release the hounds, and out came a bunch of chihuahuas.
Hey man, those are his hounds. You want to see Chris Jericho? Yo, when Chris Jericho get old enough and he can't remember none of this shit, all of this shit is gonna be like the last little bit of gold that we had to remember Chris Jericho by.
Oh man, that Vanguard 1 and Chris Jericho are a match made in heaven.
I'm telling you, boy. When the crowd start coming back and we can't have Vanguard 1 no longer flying around the building, Chris Jericho's gonna have so many vignettes outside of that bitch with Vanguard showing up.
Oh man, that was.
I'm telling you, I'm waiting for Benjamin to show up at AEW.
What was the main event? Oh, the main event was a preview to our AEW TNT title tournament. It was Cody and Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara and Shawn Spears. Cody and Darby lost, and Darby got mad at Cody and turned on him.
Did that? Punched the shit out of his ass.
Yes, he did.
That was surprising. He actually did though.
So the bracket is shaping up as this. You have Cody versus Shawn Spears. You have Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. You have Dustin versus Kip Sabian. And you have Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana. So I'm saying it's Cody, Darby, because we just saw what happened, so they're going to have another match. And then you're going to have Dustin, Lance Archer.
Basically.
And then obviously
who's going to make it to the finals there?
Lance Archer, Cody. And then Lance Archer is going to destroy Cody.
That can work. I'm okay with that.
Because if you put Lance Archer in this tournament, he better not lose.
You can't say that because you know almost all these big men get these tournaments and lose, but they win at some ugly ass green belts or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the greatest Royal Rumble that never happened. Never happened, yes. So let's go down the WrestleMania card. Card subject to change because I have two different sources and they don't match. So I'm going to read you both versions of the card. So we have Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah, Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan will do a great job putting Sami Zayn over, like he did Kofi Kingston last year.
Duh. It's Daniel Bryan. He understands the fact that the young upcoming talent that didn't get shit and he got everything. You might as well help them out.
Okay, and then for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, we have Miz and Morrison versus the New Day versus the Usos because the New Days and Usos never got their match for number one contender.
That match changed.
Was it?
That match changed. It's because the Miz is supposed to be sick, so he won't be there. So it's John Morrison versus one of the Usos versus one of the New Day in a ladder match for the tag team title.
Oh yeah, I missed the ladder match part. Yeah, it's a ladder match.
Wow,
they're doing a one-on-one for the tag titles.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
because the Miz is actually legit. He is sick, and he missed the taping, so
Yes.
it just turned into a triple threat ladder match for the title.
Now, what's funny is, so I'm reading Wikipedia, and I'm reading one of the gambling sites. The gambling site still says that Miz is in the match, which is weird because they would have more information than anybody else would the gambling sites. And according to the odds, Miz and Morrison are going to win. I'm just saying.
It'll be a weird match.
Yeah. So then we have Edge versus Randy Orton in a last man standing match.
I think Edge is going to win that for the simple reason that video I sent you today.
In my head, I keep trying to make up a reason for Randy Orton to win, but I can't come up with one, so I'm going Edge.
Yeah, Edge is gonna win that just because of that shit that I think about Randy. Edge is gonna win that.
And then we have Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens. I'm going Owens because
I want Owens.
Because Owens has been getting his ass kicked in all of these tag team matches that turn into handicap matches because his partner gets hurt. So he needs that babyface win where he just overcomes everything.
Word. I need him to win that any damn way. That's like, when was the last time he won anything at WrestleMania?
The year he beat Jericho.
That's still a gap of time.
Yeah, the year he beat Jericho. That was KO Mania 2, I believe. 2. Because he's wearing a KO Mania 4 shirt this year. So I believe that was KO Mania 2.
I forgot he's still doing that KO Mania shit.
Yeah, it's like at this point I kind of want to go find the shirts and collect the KO Mania shirts, but I probably won't.
You know what's this year? No Wale Mania.
Yeah, Wale. Then we have the Fiend, aka Bray Wyatt, versus John Cena.
Bray.
In a Firefly Funhouse match, which
Look,
probably
as long as it's that damn fucking House of Horror match, I am okay with this shit.
it's probably the same thing, but I digress. And if the Fiend doesn't win, we riot. Let's put it that way.
Well, John Cena can't win that match because he's going to leave after that. It makes no sense of him winning and then leaving.
Well, you're forgetting about the person that writes everything, one Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, we also getting that.
And
John Cena got to say something. Remember?
His hard on for muscular men in neon colored T-shirts.
That's what I expected.
I know. We also got to understand. John Cena got Mickey James push taken away and got Kenny Dykstra fired just off of say so.
Yeah.
If he felt like Bray Wyatt might win, he might not win. Don't forget, this is also the same year that he also said CM Punk should really win the belt when he was leaving that night.
Yep. Then we got Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley, which kind of came out of nowhere with no build. They just threw the match out there.
The Black win. I just want to see him hit Bobby Lashley with the Black man.
That would no. You know what I want to see? I want to see Bobby Lashley duck, and he hit Lana with the Black mass. Like she'll be standing on the apron.
She's in trouble with WWE right now.
Why? What does she do now?
I think she
wasn't
it because she announced her thing on social media?
Yeah, like she had a TikTok and she been doing her own thing, and WWE's not appreciative of what the fuck she's doing.
That's regular shit for Lana. She's always saying some shit she's not supposed to say before it happens.
Yeah.
That's regular shit.
Yeah, but she been doing it on TikTok. You know, WWE got TikTok too, but she been doing, like, I guess, extra shit on TikTok because shit that she been posting has been getting taken down on TikTok kind of faster than she can upload it.
Oh, because she was damn near naked the other day.
Yeah, so WWE is kind of like pissed off with her, so we might not see her for a while.
That's regular shit. That's regular shit. That's regular shit. She does that all the time.
Hey, have you seen when Russo went live a couple days ago?
Oh, he's bald now.
Dude, I was in that chat.
Why is he bald?
He never really said. I guess that's what happened when you ain't got no barber and you're stuck in quarantine. You just cut it all off.
Well, if he would have DM'd me, he could have got a haircut too. I got one.
You different, Darth. You work for WWE. It's a different thing. You work for Vince.
The one match that I don't think anybody wants to see, Elias versus Corbin.
I do want.
I
like
don't want to
Elias.
see
He
that
didn't get
shit. That match is so pointless.
Look, I just want to see it because I've been following Elias now on social media a lot, and he actually has a hashtag. Just give me a chance because they really ain't using him for shit at all. He don't want to end. He's, as I quote from what someone said, he don't want to end up like Adam Rose.
Wow. Okay.
I'm kind of with him on that. I kind of like Elias a little bit, and I kind of don't want to see him like Adam Rose, where he just ain't shit but a gimmick.
But let's be real, Corbin's going to win because he's a Vince guy, and he's going to win at WrestleMania. Our Raw Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Shayna's going to beat the fuck out of Becky, and she's going to take the title.
Baszler's going to win, and there's rumors of fucking Ronda Rousey has been around WWE a lot the last few days because her contract, and I think it ended last week, and she's been hanging around them as of the last few days. So people were saying that she might be doing a new contract, even though she might not show back up for a long time.
Okay.
So Baszler might win, and they're saying that we might have a Ronda Rousey show up for this match, but nobody still knows.
I mean, it would make sense for it to happen because she got screwed out of the title last year when who was that? Kyoto? I think Kyoto was the ref. He was out of position and her shoulders weren't down. And he called it the recount. But anyway, the NXT Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. This one I'm really conflicted on. Do they really want to give Rhea Ripley that push and have her win over Charlotte? Or are they looking to elevate the title by putting it on Charlotte? I'm kind of 50-50 on that one, too. I'm really conflicted on this one. I don't know which way they're going.
Shout out to Champion Jobber. He said, great show, guys. Yo, boom. Make sure you hit that follow button, subscribe button.
Go follow us on Instagram, Ultra Heelz Wrestling.
We do karate sometimes.
And we also we do crazy all the time.
We do crazy all the time.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm 50-50 in this match because I kind of like Rhea Ripley where she's at right now. At the same time, if Charlotte wins the belt, does that mean she's going to be seen on her regular show in NXT a lot more? That's going to be a lot of fucking flying to do.
She's a jet flying, wheeling dealing son of a. I don't know why I just blanked out on him. I just blanked out on the Ric Flair. But anyway, yeah.
She's the daughter of a gun.
Yeah, there you go. That's how it worked. Yes. Our SmackDown Women's Championship, which is an elimination match. It's it's Champion Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Lacey Evans versus Naomi versus Tamina. Now, again, here's where they vary because the betting site that I'm on doesn't have Tamina listed in the match. You can't bet on Naomi on Tamina. So.
Champion Jobber says Champion Jobber says Rhea Ripley needs to get that push.
She does. I fucks with Rhea Ripley heavy.
You need that push, but at the same time, like that NXT title will be set at the highest bar ever if Charlotte got it. That means if you want to be the best, you really got to beat the best in Charlotte.
Thanks for the sub, bro.
Let's see. I did that match. Did I cover it? No, I skipped something. Oh, Otis and Dolph Ziggler.
Is it funny? I want to see this match just for the hell of it.
Is it weird that I'm disappointed it's not a Mandy Rose on a pole match?
That's what I expect.
We wouldn't get her on the pole. We wouldn't get on the pole because that'd be too much like right.
Yeah, it's 2020. You can't, do misogynistic things like put women on poles.
Well, in the States, you can't.
You guys think if they do that one day, it would be a big backlash?
Yeah.
It would be. It'd be so big a backlash. WWE would be in so much trouble.
I get the feeling that they should do it one day just for publicity's sake. Just bring back a diva thing.
To see what everybody says.
Yeah, just for the sake of publicity.
That would get people talking about it.
Yeah, because even if it's bad publicity, it's still publicity.
Yeah. Well, no, because they do that girl up thing, their charity.
Oh yeah, they can't.
Yeah, you can't. You can't misogynize women on your TV product.
Yeah,
and support a little girl's.
They'd lose some money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got the Kabuki Warriors, or the Bukaki Warriors, as I like to call them. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The titles will most likely change hands.
Too. Yeah, but that might be a one-on-one match also.
Who's missing from that one? Asuka?
No, Kairi Sane. She went back to Japan to get prepared for her wedding.
I heard about that. She's back. She made it back.
Yeah.
She made it back.
Yeah, like, she been back.
She made it back. I heard that story. What Culture said it. She made it back in time for the taping. She literally came back that morning for the taping.
She got off. They wouldn't let nobody leave that bitch.
Yeah, she made it back according to What Culture. She made it back. The Raw Tag Team Championships. We have the Street Profits versus Angel Garza versus Austin Theory, which makes no sense whatsoever. But that's the match. Because
I just like how Serena Vega keep having new clients and they just keep coming from NXT.
Hey, she's the best scout they got.
I guess.
Because
I guess at this point, yeah.
Rey Mysterio's quarantined, Humberto Carrillo's quarantined, and now Andrade's injured. So there's no U.S. Championship match. You couldn't keep your two baby faces together. They're both quarantined. So we got this match, which means the Street Profits are going to win because you're not going to put it on a tag team that just came up from NXT.
I wouldn't put it past Vince right now with him losing money, but yeah, I'm going with Street Profits. I need them to stay with the belt.
Okay,
so, I tip my red cup to them.
Our Boneyard match, The Undertaker and his new gimmick versus the phenomenal one, AJ Styles.
Big ass versus AJ Styles.
Yes, I'm going big ass on this one.
Yeah, I'm going with that too because you brung in her.
Wait! He can't be big ass. Big ass is Cass XL.
Hey man, that's Big Cass XL, aka Heart Attack. That's a different story. No longer at WWE, so they can use the name the way they want.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, is he really wearing a Scully now?
Yeah.
Is that to hide his baldness?
Not quite, because he didn't wear it like. I think the appearance before the crowd, they couldn't do it in the arenas anymore. He didn't have a Scully on. He had his regular trench coat and hat, and he took the hat off.
He needs to relax.
Yeah.
He needs to relax. Either way. He looks like some guy that, you owe money to. And
well, I
don't know.
I wouldn't want to owe money to him.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I mean, he still looks threatening, but it's like, I don't know. It doesn't work for me, this look.
Okay,
now we gotta get used to it because all his looks always just like all his looks don't never hit every time. They hit after a while when he constantly stay in it.
I would say the opposite though. I think Undertaker's looks has always hit for me like right away. American Badass in particular, like I was fucking.
The one that didn't work for me was when he first did the Mohawk. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
And the thing was, he was out of shape that year. He was like crazy skinny, and he was like all flabby. I was like, yeah, that's not a good look on him right now.
Yeah.
It hit for me the first time because I'm used to seeing a guy that's from parts unknown working in a funeral parlor. All of a sudden, you're a biker. When the fuck did this happen? Did I miss something in your life? Did you have a midlife crisis or some shit?
I think he should always have a shirt on, though. I think his chest is kind of weird looking.
Yeah, that's why he started wearing that tank top instead of his regular unitard, his wrestling gear. Yeah. So our two world title matches, the one that makes no sense. Goldberg versus Roman Reigns, and we all know Roman Reigns isn't going to be there, but WWE hasn't acknowledged it yet. Apparently, they're going to do it tonight on SmackDown, which just kicked off 3-4 minutes ago. It's going to be Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. What are they doing here? Are we putting the belt on Braun Strowman?
The way that Watch Culture is talking about it. Roman Reigns was booked to win, and he was going in as the bad dude, not a heel, but like the bad dude.
Yeah.
They said WWE has it as if they switched it and put it on Braun, the title was still going to change hands from off Goldberg. So Braun is looking like to get this belt just off of GP, just because they're trying to keep it just like they were going to do with Roman.
Okay, that's cool and all, but let's go down Braun Strowman's timeline in the last month. He won the Intercontinental Championship just randomly on SmackDown. He then lost it in this bullshit triple threat match where it was Sami Zayn, Nakamura, and Cesaro. This bullshit 3-on-1 handicap match. So now he's in a Universal title chip match with no build, and he's going to win the title. Makes tons of sense. Makes tons of sense.
Hey, look. How many title shots has he had at a world or Universal title so far?
A lot.
How many has he won?
0.
He's just taking it where he can get it at this point. If they go put him in there, let him win, fuck it, let him have it.
Yeah, but, yeah.
It ain't the WWE title, the thing that means the most.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar, McIntyre wins. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one.
I'm just sad that this match is going to happen in an empty arena and no fans are going to be there to cheer Drew on while he wins this shit.
So the question after this match, how long until Heath Slater becomes a world champion?
He said Heath Slater? Jesus.
Because you've got to complete 3MB so you can put them in the Hall of Fame.
The only way Heath Slater can win this is literally, there's got to be some bullshit ass concept of him winning that bitch out of the blue.
No.
He got to be like the third person in a triple threat match that wouldn't nobody ever foresee, and for some reason he just has to win it.
No, you have to put him in Money in the Bank or something. You have some weird ass scenario where he's laying in the middle of the ring, like the fucking like chain breaks or something, and it just lands in his arms, and he's the Money in the Bank winner.
My God, that would be the most funniest shit ever. Oh my God, that would be so great to end that.
He wins Money in the Bank, and then same thing, he cashes in some crazy ass way where, I don't know, like he was in like a match, like a tag team match with the champion, and I don't know, some bullshit. He just ends up on top of the champion, and somebody counts 1, 2, 3, and he's got the brief. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead, but yeah.
Champion Jobber says, Braun, finally I get what I want. Strowman getting a strap. Fuck it. And then follows up by saying he deserves a WrestleMania moment. And Heath Slater, Drew better win. And now that's booking.
You know what's funny? To me, Braun Strowman had a WrestleMania moment when he won the tag championships by himself with the little kid.
No, that was...
No. They could have worked it, but they made it a joke. You could have worked it. If you had him defend the tag team championships by himself for like the next 2 months, that would have been great. That would have been a great gimmick. I am the tag team champions. Look how much... No two people can beat me, and I'm just one man.
You know what? Yeah, you're actually right.
That's how you make a dominant monster.
Yeah.
He's fine 1-on-1, 1-on-2, and 1-on-3s by himself.
Exactly.
Because then when the field.
But the fact that they made a joke out of it ruined it. You could have done something with it, but they didn't. In typical WWE fashion.
But they could have done that either way, even without the kid. Like, I come up by myself and win the title by myself.
Okay, it's fine for the night of WrestleMania. Like, oh, he's got this kid with him. Ha 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 ha. But you end the joke there. On the next night on Monday Night Raw, oh, obviously the kid can't defend the title with him all the time. So he says, you know what? I'm the monster among men. I'm going to defend the belt by myself. There you go. You now have your monster. You have a reason for him to be a monster and destroy anything, everything, and everybody.
Yeah, but once you start letting one guy win the tag team titles, then it kind of...
Yeah, but who else are you going to do that with? Who else in the company can pull that off?
Yeah, you have to only do it once.
Exactly.
Never again.
Oh. I'm about to say, you want to know who else could do it once? The man, the name that should not be mentioned.
Chris Benoit.
Remember, he did it once before. Remember, he had to go out there and defend him by himself and won him. Remember?
Not quite.
He went out there. Him and Edge, the tag team partners. Edge didn't want to go out there. He went out there by himself. He fought and defended and retain the belt by himself.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Coming out.
You're right. But that's like a one occasion kind of thing within a storyline. I'm talking about this is Braun Strowman's gimmick. He is a tag team.
I think it's still showing one guy that's a good wrestler was able to pull it off. Why can't a guy that's calling himself the monster among men not able to pull it off himself?
Exactly. Well, it's getting late. It's been fun. Like I said, do not text me tomorrow after 5 p.m. because I want to know.
I'm blocked on Facebook. So I'm gonna say some stupid funny shit.
I'm Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always on his worst behavior. Mr. DM, find me in your mama's DMs. And you, sir, your name is
Alex and so long with me to the revival. See how they ain't never gonna be seen again for a while.
Join Dark Order. We're out.